I want to go to this vaping issue. I used to be kind of pro-vaping because I thought it's not as bad as cigarette smoking. But now I'm changing my view because you see so much of it going on, especially young people vaping. It seems to be the alternative to smoking. The federal government's going to try and get rid of it. Here's the Health Minister today.
This is a product deliberately targeted at our kids, being sold alongside lollies and chocolate bars. Vaping has now become the #1 behavioural issue in high schools, and it's becoming widespread in primary schools as well.
Ali, you'd see this as well, right? We first thought of it as something for smokers to sort of downscale through vaping to get off, but all the kids are getting into it now.
Oh, it's completely recreational. What are the stats? 1 million of us apparently are vaping at the moment. So they want to be able to wind this back. Of course, if we can do this successfully, we'll be the first country in the world to be able to wind back once this vaping horse has bolted. And of course, to do that, they're going to have to look at the way they police it. 1, stopping it coming into the country, but 2, then what they do when it actually is here.
Yeah, it's not a bad move, but they couldn't resist slapping an extra tax on cigarettes, Stephen, on the way through.
Well, yeah, I mean, this government never saw a tax dollar it didn't want to take. But with the vaping thing, I talk to a lot of doctors about this, and from what I can gather, there's very little evidence that it is actually useful as an anti-smoking tool. And the fact that people are using it recreationally, and particularly young people, then we've got to stamp it out. But I think it can be done. I mean, the New South Wales government did it with synthetic cannabis a few years ago. Anthony Roberts, when he was the Fair Trading Minister, took a sledgehammer to that and knocked it on the head pretty quickly. Yep. So, you know, if you pull the right levers, you can do it.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining me. Let me reassure both of you that despite last Sunday's heartache, I will again be pledging my allegiance to the Adelaide Crows on Saturday afternoon. I hope you have a great week and enjoy the coronation.
Thanks,
Ali Clarke there in Adelaide and Stephen Senatiempo in Canberra. You can listen to them on their radio stations at will.